I am Robina Nakanwaji Alambuya, a teacher, a mother, and a woman with psychosocial disabilities. I am a leader among persons with psychosocial disabilities. I represent persons with psychosocial disabilities on different boards, here locally, under My Story initiative, regionally, Disabled Women in Africa, and globally, TCI Global, Transforming Communities for Inclusion. Today is a great day in our lives and in the lives of persons with psychosocial disabilities. Triumph Mental Health Support, which I lead, is the lead organization for the coalition that is advocating for the inclusion of persons with psychosocial disabilities in the implementation of the Global Disability Summit commitments of Uganda at the local government levels. This project, with the support of Disability Rights Fund, is being implemented in 3 districts: Jinja District and City, Mukono District, and Wikwe District. Today, as we come to the closure, it has been great for us to sit with the high officers from the 3 districts to discuss the way forward, the sustainability plan of all the good things that we've learned together, and get the commitments of the local government officers to put them in action. It has been done in a dialogue, and this is very great. The local government, top officials, sitting with persons with psychosocial disabilities, their board members, and their younger self-advocates. It is great in our nation that the Global Disability Summit commitments are going to be implemented with the involvement and active participation of all persons with disabilities, including persons with psychosocial disabilities. We appreciate Disability Rights Fund for attaching value and trusting us with these funds. We also appreciate the International Disability Alliance, through which we are able to access the Global Disability Summit space. We want to appreciate you all and appreciate all the community members, including our families, for supporting us to bring this to a success and a closure as we look forward for next year's project, building on what we have got today, especially in the area of climate justice for persons with psychosocial disabilities.
My name is Oscar Waluku, and I'm a disability rights advocate. So Triumph Mental Health Support, Uganda Mental Health Fellowship, Atane Controller, and My Story initiative have been implementing a project that has been looking at inclusion of persons with psychosocial disabilities in the implementation of the Global Disability Summit Commitments 2022. And they're also looking at the inclusion of persons with disabilities, with psychosocial disabilities in climate change. So this project that is funded by Disability Rights Fund aims to foster inclusion of persons with psychosocial disabilities at the local government level, at the grassroots, in the inclusion in the development process. So there has been an engagement with the different stakeholders in various activities, stemming from January up to now December, and most of the activities have really, come to an end. And so in order to foster sustainability and boost the initiatives that have been put under the project, this project closure has been organized to bring together all the stakeholders that have been involved in the project to chart the achievements that have been made so far, but also most importantly to create a sustainability plan on how these particular achievements can be consolidated. And also most importantly, there is a likelihood of a continuation of a similar project that will be touching on climate change. So as such, the need to provide a transition is very critical in this closure. And so some of the key aspects that will be dealt with in this closure will be, one, coming up with a clear sustainability plan of the achievements that have been made under the project, but also two, to provide a transition into the next project that will be starting soon, and how the stakeholders can still maintain the interest in the said activities implemented by the coalition. Because we also realize the fact that psychosocial disability is something that has been new to the actors in the local government setting. And so, using our engagements under the previous project, we want to re-energize their appreciation of psychosocial disability, but also to implement the local government Disability Inclusive Planning Guidelines 2015 in light of the interests of persons with psychosocial disabilities. That is the spirit in which this has been organized. So as we actually implement this closure, we just look forward to call upon the different stakeholders that have been involved in the project that has been implemented by the coalition. Specifically, the departments at the local governments in the 3 districts of Jinja, Buyikwe, and Mukono. Specific attention, we actually want a strategic engagement with the Community Development Office Department. We also want to engage with the Department of Health, the Department of Education, and of course the Department of Natural Resources, because these departments are really critical in the project that we have just implemented, but also most importantly, the advent of the 3rd Global Disability Summit, which is still going to be tracking the progress. So we shall continue engaging with them to see that most of those achievements in favor of persons with psychosocial disabilities are used as good and promising practices for us to roll out to the other districts that can learn from what the 3 districts have done. But most importantly, the project that is forthcoming is going to be looking at the impact of climate change. And we want to utilize these departments to see that they foster integration of climate change and psychosocial disability in the implementation of what the National Climate Act 2021 of Uganda says, as far as the inclusion of all marginalized groups is concerned. So we call upon for them to strengthen that collaboration with us in the public-private partnership, which we intend to have with them, but also roll out the ambassadorship program that will be speaking on behalf of 4 persons with psychosocial disabilities, working together with self-advocates with psychosocial disability.
My name is Peter Gidongo Wasagami. I'm Deputy Chief Administrative Officer of Buyikwe District Local Government. I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the district of Buyikwe to thank our partners who have been very, very key in ensuring that they prop up the efforts and energies of the district towards identification and following up on issues to do with the psychosocial disability. Our partners, Triumph, My Story, the Disability Fund have been very, very vital in speaking and building capacity of the district stakeholders, most especially targeting the departments of health, community, education, natural resources, among others. Now, from the discussions right here and today, we've been reflecting on the international conventions and the commitments that have been agreed on and the domestication of those laws regarding how do we mainstream activities and issues of psychosocial inclusion in our communities and our districts. The commitments from today's discussion are that as a district, we must be able to do enough data, collect all the data about these communities in our midst, plan for them, involve them, strengthen the structures. I know that under the community department, we have some of these structures already in place. But we need now to deliberately engage them, ensure that they participate in the planning and budgeting in the district, and we create avenues to advocate for their welfare, including bring on board other partners other than the three that I have mentioned. So I really want to thank everybody. I want to thank TRIAF. I want to thank the Mysore initiative. They have been very handy in ensuring that the district is empowered. Those key departments. Now what we need now is to ensure that the entire technical planning committee of the district is now able to appreciate the issues to do with psychosocial disability, and we mainstream them. So for me, at our level now, we are carrying forward a message of ensuring that we are becoming more inclusive, we are prioritizing better, we are encouraging all the other partners, we bring them together in a forum where we can fully advocate for issues of disability, but most especially psychosocial disability.